Hi there, hope you're doing well. With respect to the work that you have mentioned, I have completed it. I put automated formulas and built a small dashboard and everything. So I'll just quickly go ahead and explain the the thing. So starting with you know the the department, this part here itself, there are few caveats as well in order to get this working. I understand that you did design few things, but there were few challenges in here as well. So let me go ahead and explain that to you. So starting with the business thing. So whenever you select business, this part of the column will get activated, and of course if you put any number, it doesn't make any difference because these will become zero, and ultimately the final price will be zero. Currently, like, they don't mean anything because at the moment I've just used only sample data and so on. So just like, just to drag things, so like, just for testing. So moving on to the the training part, I'll come to that one. The and the equipment, I'll come to these two just shortly, and I'll come to the equipment also, these three sections just shortly, which we have for the temporary staff and the professional fees. All that we're doing is, like, getting the information from here. Sorry, I think I must have started from this sheet itself. So moving to the bottom, you can see all the blue ones that I have added. I personally have added the column with a formula because uh, when we have two things, but in the list we don't have that one, obviously it will not work. So that's the reason. So you either need to have this one or this one. That's what that is getting updated, even though I'm just adding the information for the corporate training. Also, this is the same case. When we look for an information, there is no split. Here you can see that we're just looking for only the training cost, because we just look for one value. So which means that there is no saying whether this must be taken or this must be taken. So what I've done is I've just entered this one. So it is up to you to enter what are the values. So you can see that it is looking at the C62, that's C62, which is this row. If you want, we can go ahead and select 63 as well. So that is what that is. So anything which under the the blue cell is updated by me. Also these are, like, free. All these were now updated with the formula and everything. So so with respect to the other things, this one also I have updated, so I'll just make that blue so you will know what you're looking at. And this shows, like, consolidated thing. And also there are few, these three things, yeah, the this one and this one. Since we have multiple values, there is no way of telling the macro to choose this or this. So you'll have to choose one in this sheet. And currently this departmental expense sheets look at this one and this one, so we can't have that here. And if we need all these three things to be in here, we need additional work and everything. Unfortunately, I don't accept orders directly unless the customers take a quote from me. But since you've already ordered and you're first time customer, I didn't want to really cancel the order, so I went ahead and proceeded with it. So if there are any additional work, I understand that there could be, please please let me know, but we'll take that as, like, phase two. And we can go ahead, Gavin. Please understand, for $20 I think this is more than sufficient to what I've done, because I've already spent nearly 3.5 hours, 4 hours for what this was, because to understand everything. So hope you understand that. But I'm willing to work, but in phase two. So for $20 is what I'm just showing you. And I understand even that is very, very less, because this falls in the very tough category, which is like, $25 plus 75, so it's like almost $100 work. But like I said, I didn't really want to cancel because of your thing. So we'll still work towards it, but in phase two, if that's okay with you. Yeah. Okay, so moving on to the other things, I have these things looking at the region to update it in here, and the accommodations and everything. They go ahead and look at that from here and here. I'm sorry, not this, from sorry, where are we? This one and this one, because that's the region. But if you want me to look at specific countries, I think the data what you have here and here, everything must be updated. So I rather keep it simple here, because if you have too much of variations also in your future, you'll find it very hard to update it. I'll leave it to you. So that's the reason I've gone very simple in terms of this one instead of the city, at least for this section and for the business travel. So moving on again back here, as I mentioned, these formulas are like, look at whether if it's a business travel only, then this will work and they will be empty. And if it's a training, obviously the training section alone will be activated, which, and then conference equipment and so on. So that's the reason you can see that it's coming up here. So that's a total for that sector. So I have done the same thing for the all the bits at the bottom as well, so you can go ahead and check it. If you enter intern here, there's nothing's going to appear because it's a free text. We need to have a drop down for us to for the formulas to work. So I think you already thought about that, and that's why you create almost everything in here. So it's not like something that I'm teaching you or anything. It's just few clarifications in terms of what I've done and everything. Moving on to the this the department summary, I put a formula. There were a few errors in the formula, so I've got it right now. For the respective thing, it goes ahead and updates the information here, and the total is here. And so this one is the business perspective and the overall total currently, the overall budget which is shown here. And this one is like the monthly, the overall trend month on month, that's looking at this particular row, and this one is looking at this row. So that's the thing. Now bit of an automation in terms of this one, so you can go ahead and select whichever person that you want. This whole thing here and here will automatically get updated as well. So hope it makes sense. The only place I felt that we may have challenges these things, because there is no supporting information, and that's why I had to go ahead and add these three things, so that you will look at one cell, not multiple cells, and so on. But if we need that, we need to go ahead and do that in phase 2. As I mentioned, it's a complex work, because we'll have to amend everything here. And I think this may not change too much, but we'll have to amend few drop downs in here, and it will get more challenging. So I'll leave it to you, because when you have a drop down here, let's say you add it, unless we have this one selected as training, that will not even work, and the whole sector will go down. So it will confuse the person saying how do we go ahead and everything. So that's the reason I didn't go ahead and add it. If not, I would have added it. So that's the thing. So let me know if there are any other changes which are bugs that you see. I'll send the file to you. And the bugs, yes, I'll fix it. Any new things, we'll take it in phase 2. Kindly understand, because I am sure that we still have to take this like on a long term basis. So I'll hope you are satisfied with this in for $20. Okay, thank you very much and have a good day. Bye bye.